This episode is brought to you by Only the Real Entertainment and Media Den Productions.
This place is real, isn't it?
Welcome to Real Spill, where we spill the real and we tell you how we feel, man. Can what it is, folk.
You know, chilling. It's hot as hell.
Man, hey, listen. You know where we from?
Man.
Mid-May.
At this point right now, like I'm just waiting for the mangoes to drop.
You a real soul flow baby, man. I'm telling you. Yeah, man. It's been... This record right here is 8 years old as of yesterday. So, yeah, I had to go back old school on them folks. It's that loyalty is royalty, man.
Yeah, you know, for sure.
Hell
and you
yeah.
know, bruh, right now, we just got to make sure that we keep things in perspective right now. It is Tuesday, May 19th.
Yes, sir.
The day after the Western Conference Finals.
Hey.
And we saw some craziness last night.
Hell yeah, boy.
What can you say about what you saw last night? Because, I mean, obviously, it was a double overtime game. OKC, San Antonio.
Yeah.
Give me your thoughts, because that game was insane.
Man, it was a weird game, but generational at the same time, bro. Pete, wasn't Caruso their leading scorer? When has Caruso been a leading scorer ever in Chicago and when has he ever been a leading scorer? So that's one. You had Shea, who didn't look like himself because a large portion of his game is mid-range and getting to the hoop, which he got to the hoop towards the end of the game, but that was one thing. And then you had Chet, who looked absolutely pedestrian, and for some odd reason, they won 60-something games, so I'm not going to question the coach, but I'm going to question the coach today.
I'm questioning Alex Caruso, because why in the world are you shooting like this? And I love AC Fresh, but if he would have been shooting like this, we could have went farther in the 2021 playoffs.
I mean, yeah, but he had to develop. No pressure in that.
Bro, come on, bro.
I want to know why Alex Caruso is sitting down guarding Wemby, giving him a foot. Pause.
Well, you know why.
Why?
Because somebody's scared.
There's no way in hell. We played ball plenty. I'm not running from no smoke, especially, first of all, I know the dude don't like me, so I could use that to my advantage. Number two, there's nobody on this depth chart that can match up as well as I can with him. You got me all the way messed up if you think I'm letting Alex Caruso and a 6'5" Jaylen Williams guard that so I can play help side defense. Nah.
Well, I'm down
here. What's up?
I guess you messed up then.
Yeah, you messed up.
Listen, when you have a dude that's like, and we've been seeing the clips of what Chet has been saying about Wemby since their matchup when they was Jits.
Yeah.
When you got a dude that is gung-ho, like determined to assassinate you, then what can you do?
Go right back at him and let him know I ain't no.
Yeah, but you don't have the same energy. It's kind of like beating somebody up when they were younger, and then years later, they see you, but they swole as hell now, so they want they fade. But you don't got the same energy for the fade, because you like, bro, you was a jit when I beat you up.
That's cool.
You know what I'm saying? So, of course,
that's cool.
When y'all throw hands, then if you ain't really up to par, if you ain't militant, if you ain't really ready for it, you feel me?
Nah.
Then you gon' get clapped.
You know what happened the other day to me? I played my nephew on 2K. He say, man, I think I finally got you, bro. I think I got you. I said, yeah, line it up. First game, it was 12-2. First game, right? Then he messed up and gave me the ball. The first game ended 21-12.
Yeah.
The second game, he didn't score a bucket.
Mm-hmm.
And my sister was watching. She's like, yo, you got to take it easy. That's your nephew. Nah, he has to know. Yeah, this is what I do.
For sure.
So if the dude gets swole, and that's the case, I have something on him. And what is that? Experience. And I'm not a hoe. Last night proved to me that it might be some hoish tendencies. There's no way I'm letting my 6'4", 6'5" guard in wings guard Wemby. No way in hell.
I mean, if that's the case right now, then shoot, I might as well just go ahead and say Spurs in 5. Because I have them in 6.
Yeah,
we both got them in 6.
We do.
Yeah, so
you see how I didn't say nothing, right?
Yeah, if it's gonna be like that, then it's gonna be Spurs in 5.
Man, listen, Wemby, you're a madman. I'm trying to be nice, and I can't be nice because I said, "Oh man, this is over in OT." It went on a little dry spell. He comes down the court. Castle makes the pass, and he shoots from the same exact spot that Steph launched it in OKC, and he drills the bitch.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, yes, nigga Wemby is crazy. And then double overtime comes around, and he scores 9.
Yeah. He didn't even have to pull that 3, by the way. It was like 36 seconds.
He did that because he was gassed and said, all right, we got this far. We either gonna die on our feet. I need this. Give me that.
What you think about Cason Wallace's reaction on the bench when he did it?
He was all of us. These are human beings at the core of it. These are human beings. Imagine seeing a 7'5" nigga pull from 30 to tie the game. What you supposed to? Who's guarding that? Even if Chet was guarding that, there's nothing that he could do once he rises.
Yeah, but I mean, at least with Chet there, then there will be a little bit more resistance. This man pulled it right in front of Alex Caruso. Alex Caruso was like, "Oh shit, I don't got no help. Let me pull up." Nah, you ain't gonna come all the way back here. He was like a little bit behind. No, maybe a little bit in front of the hash mark.
Yeah,
actually a little bit behind the hash mark, a little bit, just a tad bit, maybe like a foot.
He was like a little bit above
like
the logo,
behind the hash mark,
parallel wise. That was insane, bro.
Bruh, I had to get up and just like leave for a second.
Bro, I'm telling you, that meme of me going like this, that was me. I'm like, bro, what did I just watch? There's nobody that's gonna stop this. And then he goes in the double OT and absolutely dominates the rest of the game. And then Jalen Williams come through, his offhand is in his face, he still swat shit. And then he overfarmed on niggas.
Yeah,
what we doing right now, homie?
He's not playing.
Yo,
he's not playing.
41-24 as your first Western Conference game. I don't care. I'm glazing. This is the best player right now. I said it when you asked me, I think it was a month ago, who's your MVP, and I said it was Wemby. And I'm watching steam come out this nigga head. Stephon Castle had to come talk to him. They giving Shea the MVP. Say, yeah, go ahead and reach for that. You see that closet over there? Yeah, open that up and get that belt for me right quick, cause niggas to fuck me. Yeah, niggas got me fucked up. Let me show y'all something. This y'all MVP?
What you got to say about him looking at Shea get his second MVP?
Motivation. You see what he said? He said, yeah, man. What do you say to the fans who think that this is personal and think you went out there and made a statement? What you just said. I said, oh, this nigga's sick. Oh, my God. Sign me up. Yeah, get this nigga to the ring ASAP. Hey, nigga he don't want to be friendly with nobody. You seen he got into it with Io. He said, get your hands off me. Ant tried to pull up. He said, get your hands off me in that same possession. He dunked the ball. I said, oh, no, it's a series. I don't need to watch it no more.
You got the mic all on it, so you
said what?
Pushing it. Yeah.
Oh, my bad. What I'm saying is, not being a hoe is very important. And he's not a hoe, bro. That's all I wanted to say. He's generational. He had a generational game, but at the core of it, he's not a hoe, bro.
So we're looking at maybe Spurs in 5 if Chet continues to be like this.
If Chet continues to be a hoe, yes.
Spurs in 5.
Yes.
That means that they're getting the chip because that trophy is staying in the West.
You seen what he did to Cat in the regular season before? It was a season ago.
I've seen plenty of people do what they do to Cat in the regular season and in the playoffs. So what are we're gonna really sit here and talk about Wemby and what he's gonna do to Cat? Are you serious right now?
It's gonna be illegal in 50 states.
Bruh, what are we talking about right now?
Yeah, it's gonna be a wrap.
If he's doing all that to everybody else, Cat is the one. Now, the only thing that I can say about Cat is, listen, if you're gonna relegate Cat to just shooting, then I guess it will work maybe if you want to pull him out the pocket. I mean, out the away from the hoop.
What happens when his clumsy subs gets 2 fouls and gets in foul trouble? You expect Mitchell Robinson? Mitchell Robinson is a good defender.
Yeah.
You think Mitchell Robinson is going to take Wemby out?
No, I don't think he's going to take him out, but I think that he could maybe cause a little bit more resistance because of strength profile.
Great.
With that said, it's still belt. I mean,
Great. Then he gets to stop, and then they follow Mitchell. Mm-hmm. It's over with.
Yeah, duh.
Yeah, it's over with.
Bruh, the trophy is staying in the West.
Yeah, it's over with. Bro.
Yeah, man.
It's over with.
Wemby is an alien. Seriously. He's
Absolutely.
really straight out of Area 51.
Absolutely.
Let's get into it, man. Drake dropped 3 albums.
Yes, sir.
I haven't seen all of them. Well, heard all of them yet.
Yeah.
Heard like maybe 6-7 tracks off Iceman.
Yep.
Give us your take. What's happening right now? Because we need to actually, before you even give us your take.
All
right? Let's break down what's happening on the internet. A lot of people was clowning these albums. There's some people that like it, but for the most part, it seems as though people are awake right now, or woke, some people like to say. Is the Iceman frozen in time? That's something that I've been talking about, obviously, with y'all as well as other people. That's been my problem. But what is your take with him potentially being frozen in time, him being 40 years old but still trying to sound like he's a yeet?
I don't understand it. Really? I said it in the chat, and I wanted to expound at in the pod. I don't understand the difference with Drake as opposed to other artists, right? With other artists, if they sound like them old selves, they get championed. Whereas it seems, I could be wrong, when Drake does it, it seems to be a different outlook on that, right? And people tell me, and have told me, not outside of you, I'm just speaking in general, because for some odd reason, a lot of people come up to me as it pertains to Drake, because I'm a big Drake fan. I love Drake's music.
Right.
And they're like, bro, we want him to mature more. And I said, okay, great. What does mature Drake sound like to you? And they can never give me an answer. And I'm like, all right,
I can give you an answer.
So, cool. We gonna get to your answer. And I'm like, cool. Why don't y'all ask me when Future drops? Because everybody knows I'm a huge Future fan. He's in my top 10, regardless of how crazy that sounds to the outside world. I know for me, I enjoy I will literally crash out if I hear Future talking about 401ks and fatherhood. No, I come to you for debauchery and fuckery. Give me that, please. I come to Drake for fun records, for introspective records, and for bars. If you get to outside of your pocket, I'm going to absolutely notice that. We're not asking Steph Curry to then become a post-up player in his 30s. We're not doing that shit. So why are we doing this with Drake? So I want you to, what does a mature Drake sound like to you or to the masses?
Well, so first, I just want to start with, when it comes down to Future, I have the same problem with Future. The difference is that Future started off his career the same exact way it is, which is debauchery and all the other shit, right? So with that said, of course you're looking for that from him, but I can see a lot of people looking at Future a little sideways too once everybody found out that he ain't taking all them drugs that he be saying. So ever since that came out, people been kind of like, wait, hold on a minute. It hasn't been as extreme with Drake, but there has been a little bit of side-eyeing, so that's one. 2, with Drake, mature Drake sounds like everything, one, sonically, as me and Quest explained to you the other day, as far as him sounding like a bee in my ear. I don't know what that is, right? But he's not using his real voice. I don't know why it's happening. I don't know if maybe he's doing something before he records, or if he's putting an effect on it or whatever, but there's something that's happening that's making his voice sound like that. I don't know why, but that's one way, right? I don't want you to sound younger in your voice. Sound like yourself. 2, the maturity in the way in which you present your bars. it matters. When I hear you trying to jack flows from dudes that are born in 2010, that's when I have an issue. I've heard Drake mimic a lot of stuff, but lately I've been hearing Drake literally trying his very best to sound like the exact dudes that came out after the SoundCloud era. So when you're talking about maturity, we're not talking about 401ks and retirement and all that other stuff. We're talking about the full-on intent of how you sound when you present whatever you're presenting. Now, it goes into the third thing, which is, if you're talking about the same exact issues you've been having since 2007, nigga, then you haven't matured.
Nah, I disagree.
Matured.
I disagree,
Bruh.
Bro, if this is the main crux of your
either
topic,
you haven't matured or you're a weenie in life. You're a weenie. You're a weenie in real life. It's either that or you haven't matured.
man, listen.
You're still having the same issues with the same chicks.
First of all, it's different chicks. It's straight nigga.
It's the same. It's the same archetype of chick. It's the same archetype.
Well,
it's the same NBA 2K build. It's the same one.
Same build is crazy.
Different face, different country, same one. And you still having issues with these birds, bro?
Yeah.
So you a weenie then, if that's the case.
How are you a weenie?
Bruh.
Bro, here's my issue, bro. Here's my issue.
Fam, let me ask you something. We was 19 before, right?
Of course it was 19,
Okay.
nigga. I knew you were 19.
All right, bet. Boom. We're 19. Do you think that you're gonna have the same issue you had at 19 with some chicks that you have at 30-something years old right now? Do you think that?
You're asking me relationship shit? Me? No.
No, I'm not asking you
No.
relationship.
No.
I'm asking you about interaction and connection with people in terms of friendship, in terms of trying to smash or whatever. Do you think it's gonna be the same exact way? Drake is literally telling us that is what's happening in his life at 40 years old right now. That's a problem.
I don't think so, bro.
Fam, he's been saying the same thing.
Bro, listen, this is what I'm trying to get my point across with. My thing is, it feels damn near like a political party, number one. And number two, it feels way more personal than every other artist, bro. Like, with certain artists, they could get their shit off. And I had multiple people say, yo, this sounds good and the raps is hard, but it ain't good. So I said, wait, hold on, wait.
That doesn't make sense.
Repeat back what you just, this is like 3 people.
Yeah, that
yo, the songs is hard and the raps is good, but it's trash. I said, repeat that to me out loud. And they said it. Yeah. And they said, okay, so I don't want to discuss this with you because you clearly have a biasness in it and you clearly have a narrative in mind, right? So I'm cool off that. So my thing is, with these people, if the raps is good and the beats is good, why are we getting into other shit that is outside of the raps being good and the beats being good?
Because it's the same way how I am. Bro, look, listen. When I grew up on a lot of R&B, a lot of soul music, right? And then I listened to classical, I listened to jazz, all that, and obviously I listened to rap. Maybe around when I started to really listen to rap, like maybe when I was like 8 years old, maybe like that, 7, 8 years old. But for the most part, like I grew up on like heavy R&B, right? Okay. When I listened to R&B when I was younger, it was more than just the beat is good and your voice sound good. It was how you connected to music. Because when you're dealing with music, you're dealing with vibrations. And when you're dealing with vibrations, you're dealing with energy. And when you're dealing with energy, then you're dealing with expression within yourself without even saying anything or reacting to it. That's the reason why when a band, when you watch FAMU and they play a song and they may chant or they might not even say anything at all, you can feel it in there to the point where the hairs on your arms raise, goosebumps starts popping out. Then all of a sudden you start, at least with me and a lot of other people, you start feeling a sense of proud and a sense of whatever, because that's what they give you, because you're watching an all black band literally play music, whether you know it or not, hit you in your soul. Same thing when you go to church and that choir sings, and you might not even know the words to the song. You might not even care about the actual melodies or harmonies or voice inflections or whatever that's happening, but something is happening with your soul where you're connecting with it. And for a long time, that's what it was with Drake and a lot of other people, is connecting with your soul. And then at some point it felt empty. And then so when you look back at that point in time when it started feeling empty, you started seeing, this is looking like heavy label influence music rather than this is coming from you and your spirit, your soul, whatever you got going on. Whatever you're recording in that booth from that point on, it literally sounds like an obligation rather than sounding like this is coming from Aubrey. And people can feel that. The same way how you can feel a college band playing. The same way how you can feel a choir singing. The same way how you can feel somebody freestyling on the street that you don't know, but they saying some shit and you like, oh my God, man, ooh. There's times where people really spit bars, and when you make that face, face, it's not just, oh, the bar is hard. You feel that shit. You like, you really, there's a feeling you feel where it feels tight in your chest. You like, ooh, that's not happening anymore. So when we're talking about maturity, we're talking about literally something that is really coming from you. People have watched your career for 18 years. We know what comes from you, or what you really feel serious about, or what you really feel for real. The same way how some people may feel like they know LeBron James because they've seen him for so long, even though they don't know him personally. They may see certain things through trends and through habits and through whatever that they're like, oh, I feel pretty secure saying that you might be thinking this, or you might do this or do that or whatever. This is the same thing with Drake, as well as a lot of other artists.
You just blew up the spot.
Yeah.
That's saying more about the playing field, and Drake to some degree.
Yes.
But that's saying a lot about the playing field and what we've championed.
Yes.
So
yeah, hence the reason why Dot dropped "Watch the Party Die." The party isn't just Drake.
No.
The party is the field. That's the point.
Bro,
my
issue with that is not issue with the Dot song. The Dot song, I understood the purpose behind it. But where's the boost to the ground in this? Where's the follow up?
Yeah, well, follow up from Dot.
Yeah.
Well, for one, Dot is gonna do what he do. Dot called.
He's already did what he's done.
Yeah, and
he already has given us 3 absolutely undeniable records.
The boogeyman don't just be out and about walking around. The boogeyman pop out when he pop out.
He do. He be out there with Whitney chilling.
But the problem is he's pointing out the field is tainted.
Yeah.
And it's been tainted.
Yeah.
It's not a Drake problem.
No.
It's not at all. It's not Drake's fault. But it's to show you, like, bruh, it's tainted all the way up to even him is tainted. And everybody hears it. I saw a TikTok today of a chick that said, yo, I'm starting to realize that Kendrick didn't expose Drake. He exposed the listener. He actually woke the listener up.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. So when Drake went away after the beef, and niggas was like, man, we need Drake. No, you didn't. You need better music. But nobody know how to make better music anymore.
You see it.
Because of everything that happened before, which, of course, I'll do a video essay one day about, but hey, that's what's happening. It's the field. The field is tainted. But hey, guess what? Here's the problem. There's no more field. You know why? Because these labels took the genre and is now using AI on y'all.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
So here's my thing, because you're right in your broad statement.
Right.
The field is definitely tainted. We're at a point where the rapping by Drake, because it is what it was on Iceman, I'm thoroughly impressed with it. And people are saying, okay, what else? And I'm like, what am I missing here?
That's stupid.
This is good raps
for what you're talking about. Yeah, that's stupid. Like,
right.
people are getting weird about it.
That's why I'm saying, why is Drake becoming a political party? Because I can hop on my page and we've done it. We've discussed Dot, we've discussed Cole, we've discussed Drake and other guys. Even when Travis dropped Utopia, I remember vividly speaking to you about it. The field is different now because it's a numbers game. It's no longer skill based like when Drake was coming up. Drake can do what he does, what he's doing right now. I give it an 8 out of 10 if you bring in the Sonics. So there was a couple bars where I'm like, but because my playing field and the rest of it is down here and the Sonics is carrying a lot of these niggas, if you pair me up with the same Sonics and give me a 6 or 7 in rapping, I'm great.
Yeah, I feel you.
So that's why I said, all right, bro, I'm satisfied. That's why when y'all say, I heard Habibti, I took my 3 records and went away.
I feel you.
That ain't my Drake.
Yeah.
Maid of Honor, I'm guaranteeing when I'm outside in brunches or whatever this summer, it'll be played. That ain't my Drake.
Yeah.
But he's given us the opportunity to separate himself, because Scorpion was okay on the rap side. I couldn't stand the damn R&B side, and it tainted the Drake that we all know and love. So I was thoroughly impressed with it. It just, I hate that he's turning into a political party, and so is Dot, and it's not even that. It's I don't know what type of weird antics this is. Even, bro, at 24 hours, they said, who out of the big 3 had the best album? I'm like, bro, Iceman is 24 hours old. What the fuck are we doing?
Let's get back to dropping albums on Tuesday, man.
You think so?
Yes, I had this conversation with Quest the other day. I've been feeling this way for a while. Let's get back to dropping albums on Tuesday so you can have Wednesday, Thursday to dissect it. Friday, you can finally go outside and hear it. It was so much better when albums was dropping on Tuesday, because you had the rest of the week plenty of time to be able to actually listen to the album, digest it, see which tracks you like, which ones you don't like, all that other stuff. You could ride around with it, everything. Man. Because by the time that it comes out on Friday, bro, think about it. 12 a.m. Friday, it drops, but you wake up in the morning, you go to work.
Yep.
You spend all day at work, you come back, you're tired, you're ready to go ahead, get a drink, roll up, whatever the case may be. By that point, you're making a decision on whether or not you want to go out or not.
Facts.
And if you do go out, you may only hear 1 or 2 songs from an album if they are like those type of songs. And it depends on where you're going at.
Exactly.
At that point, you can't really get a full digestion of it, because now you're in complete, I don't want to think about work mode.
Exactly.
You're not even in music mode.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So here's the thing with that. It goes back to the instant gratification society that we're in, bro. This short-term shit. Like, man, I remember spending $10 and having to sit with the album before I had an opinion, right? Because certain albums, it don't sound good on the first run, but be that third run, hold on, he might have did something. But now I have stake in buying power into this specific project and album, and I can take the booklet and read the actual description and not a three sentence mini paragraph on Apple Music where I got to click more and that's it. There's less stake power for the audience and the consumer, to where I think we discussed this as well. No, this wasn't you. This is a separate group chat, because at one particular point in time, we was now comparing LeBron to Drake for all intended purposes, even though they're beefing. Yeah. I'm like, bro, we don't do this with everybody, because we're shitting on Drake just like people shit on LeBron, and they're both damn near the same as far as an economical standpoint. You say Drake's name, good or bad, I see this type of clicks. You say LeBron's name, good or bad, it's this type of clicks. And I said, why can't we just enjoy a nigga in year 19 doing this? Why can't we enjoy LeBron doing this at year 23? He was like, yo, LeBron need to get out the way. I said, get out the way? Did you have that same energy for Jordan, Kobe, Duncan? No, you didn't, right? So what are we doing? He's like, nah, he need to get out the way to let the young niggas get out the way. I said, here, if you want me to drop 30 points a game, and I'm able to drop 22 a game and 6 and get 500 million like Drake did, what are you doing? He's like, oh yeah, you got a point. So I'm like, it's the playing field. Why am I still being depended on in year 19 to save the entire genre and to give life to everybody, where there should be a newer guy.
Yes.
So that was my whole point. I listen, Iceman, 8 out of 10. Habibti, again, that's not my type of Drake. I like classic. I like the record he got with Low, and there was another one on there. It might have been like WNBA, and I really didn't listen to Maid of Honor. That's not my type of Drake, but I really like Iceman. I give it an 8 now. I've sat with it. I give it an 8 out of 10.
I feel you. 1900 Rugrat also went off on him. He gonna end up like an XXXTentacion, man. Real talk, because I mean, this is the second time that I've heard Drake shoot, probably the third, but definitely the second time where Drake essentially stole something from a South Florida artist. And I mean, is Jupiter South Florida?
Nah, bro. I say the Tri-County, South Florida, bro.
But what is that area? Like that area between Orlando.
We call it mid Orlando, bit. It's South Florida and Orlando to me. The rest of y'all, I'm sorry. Y'all just there.
Well, yeah.
PSL, shout out PSL.
Yeah.
Right? And nigga, what we gonna do? Claim Melbourne? Shout out to Melbourne, but come on, dog.
Yeah, I don't know.
I like the 1900 Rugrat joint though. The Cracker got an AR. Well, like he should schools up.
Let's hear what he said.
Alright, so I got a story time.
Let's hear what he said. Let's see if we can play what he said.
Not gonna lie, you got me fucked up. So when I made the intro to my first album about a year and a half ago, Drake was hitting me up around the time and wanted to hear music, a Drake producer. So I sent 10 songs through, and they was all finna be on my album because I didn't want nobody to steal my shit because I know how people move. So, boom, the one they took a liking to was the intro. Now the intro still dropped. I said, no, you can't have this song. He wanted me on his album still. He said, I'm gonna send you a verse through. Never sent a verse. I didn't give a fuck till I just went and listened to Iceman, and I listened to Little Birdie, and then I went back and listened to the intro of my first album. Twin, that's the only beat I've ever produced and sat there and produced. Don't rip my shit and repitch it like that, fam. That's fried. That's fried out and fucked up, twin.
Yeah.
First of all, shout out to DJ Frisco. That was an insane look by Drake. He low-key blessed South Florida in particular with that. So I want to give out the shout out to DJ Frisco, man. I think they sound nothing alike. Yeah. Personally. But man, long live X. X was on his bumper. He was talking way out of body by his mother, all type of things. God rest his soul, but 1900, I don't think you gotta let it stand on here. They don't sound alike to me, bro. But things like that happen, bro. Like that's why I be careful with references and sending beats. I've been warned plenty of times to just bro, you gotta chill, bro, because certain niggas be industry weird like that, bro. But in this one, I don't think you gotta let it stand on, just personally.
Man, from the song that we heard, like which I mean. I don't. And this video is with him rapping to it. They already knew. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know
what to believe anymore.
Yeah, like obviously the song exists, I guess. With Rugrat, but I don't know, man.
So it could be a situation where the sample could be the same, or it could be a situation where he had the beat.
Well, that beat sounds exactly like what Drake used.
Well, Pressa is on National Treasure, and then he got taken off. Mm-hmm. Trippie Redd was on God Plan, and he got taken off.
Yeah,
he could have very well been on Lil Birdie and got taken off,
or he could have very well stole his shit and then used it and changed it up a little bit.
I mean, that could be the case. I don't put shit past nobody. You know me. I always need the opportunity for that to happen.
These things happen in the industry.
I'm just saying, like,
you never know who's watching you.
For sure, absolutely. But nah, I don't know, bro.
Yeah,
I'm leaning towards it not happening, but I wouldn't be. I'm like 80-20 of it not happening, and 20% that he could get slimed out like that, bro. Industry unforgiving like that, but I don't think so, bro.
Yeah, I feel you, man. Let's get into something else. You heard about the ChudtheBuilder situation, right?
Yes. Shout out
Crazy.
The finest pack was rolled up.
I'm telling you.
I don't even smoke.
I actually heard a audio, I don't know if it's real, of him, like a jail recording of him begging Aiden Ross to
bail him?
Yeah. And he'll fight for free on his...
Wow.
It's so crazy, man. But one of the other things that is being exposed from him is apparently a trans woman exposed him for having sex with her and I guess her girlfriend, and he was... Man, let's just hear what you got to say, yo.
What's up, y'all? Lily Venus here, pretty bitch with a big dick. It's literally in my bio. I'm only bringing this up because ChudtheBuilder's cameraman put our conversation on Broadway on YouTube. Now millions of people know what I look like fresh off work. Fucking great. But in the caption it said that black woman who used to smoke mid and get raw dogged by ChudtheBuilder. Well, he's not lying. I already told y'all we used to smoke. He used to sell me weed. And we did raw dog a lot. Me, him, and my ex-wife. I am a professional pegger. It is no secret that I perform prostate massages, if you will, for men. I've been doing it for a very long time now. Most of my clientele is white men. We sign NDA agreements. I talk about me pegging all the time, but I never tell you names because discretion is key. Confidentiality is why my client list is so long. But Chud mentioned it first. I think that he said it the way he said it because the white supremacists were probably like, ew, you used to hang out with a black girl, shame on you. So you had to make it sound good. But see, here's the thing. I'm an egregore too. Lily Venus, hi. Hail the great mother. So I am all about enlightenment, controversy, occultism, witchcraft, and of course, love. So me talking about this is what my brand is about. Let's expose it, bro. So yes, pretty bitch with a big dick. I have not fucked Dalton since like 2015. He was a little chubbier then. His cheeks used to clap in such like the cutest way. Now Chud, he doesn't even have a little chubby butt no more. So I probably wouldn't fuck him again. But I'm wondering, did you bring that up because you want to spin the block? Now, when I first fucked him, he was a virgin. And I'm having a hunch that he probably hasn't been fucked since me and my ex-wife. We can start small, buddy. I got you. But you don't have to fucking cap. Like, if you're gonna say that we fucked, say the whole truth, okay?
Man.
Sound like you right at home to me. Yeah. If you need a prostate massage, he had the right place. Yeah, he definitely had the right place. ChudtheBuilder, rest in piss. You're not dead, but rest in piss. He was going around saying absolute racist things under the guise of freedom of speech and abusing it, and then wanting to play gangster and shoot a black person, and you found the right one. And I'm happy he crashed out because, man, you're just walking around, and you're in Nashville is a lovely town. Lovely. Would you have done that in Memphis? Chicago? Maybe Detroit? No? Baton Rouge? You chose the safety of Tennessee. And I don't know the gun laws in Tennessee. I usually don't be there. But I'm happy. I'm happy because the content that you were allowing people to consume was giving white supremacy a name. And we need to let you guys know that words mean things, right? So I'm happy that ACT went ahead and sunned Sneeko on stream because words means things, and people want to paint black people as, oh, y'all just sensitive about this word. Nah, bro, words mean things. If you say the wrong thing, I will crash, bro. It's just, it is what it is, bro. So hopefully you're chimping out in there, and you're at the right place to get prostate massages. So hopefully you're at home. I see you close your eyes when the judge gave you bail, and the talks is they did not allow him to use that GoFundMe that your other racist, your fellow racist people went ahead and built up for you. So rest in piss. I hope you get the maximum sentence.
Yeah, and on top of that, bro, you hear that he's trying to reach out to Aiden Ross again. I don't know if it's real or not. He's trying to reach out to Aiden Ross, maybe a couple other people, because if you're reaching out to Aiden Ross, then I'm sure that you're trying to, dog whistle to anybody else.
Yeah.
He says that he has some money that he wants to access, crypto accounts, all the other stuff. And so he's willing to fight for free for Aiden. Who's going to take that fade for real?
For Chud?
Yeah.
I mean, that'll be a big bet.
Would he even fight a black guy at that point?
I mean, you would have to. It goes along with your brand, right? You wouldn't going up to white people saying they chipping out.
Yeah, but at that point, let's just say, right, hypothetically, he says, all right, I'll fight for free, bring anybody. And Aiden had the idea of putting him matched up with a black dude, right? Let's just say a black famous dude. Who do you think it would be?
Adrian Broner.
That's hilarious.
Adrian Broner with his big belly. You seen how people clowning him for the lick belly that he got right now? Give him 2 months, Zo, and it's up. He will, it'll be bad.
He still got that footwork. You seen him jump open, right?
I seen it, and he still got the hands.
Bruh,
Don't get it. He would. Yeah, it would be bad. I think Adrian Broner would do it because they would give him a fat ass check, and he needs it right now. They'll give him a fat ass check to fight ChudtheBuilder. I think he should.
That would actually run some numbers up, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. Because he's out right now with Dean. So,
but that matchup is kind of, I don't know. Because Adrian Broner like 5'8" or something,
yeah,
right?
5'8". Chud, how tall is he?
Chud looks like he's about maybe 5'11".
Let's see.
5'10", 5'11".
Yeah, no, that'll be a different weight class. ChudtheBuilder weight. Because, you were just booked, so we have access to your height and weight now.
But then again, we did see Floyd Mayweather.
He 5'7", 160. Man, run that.
For sure.
Yeah,
Really?
run that.
No,
little
shut
nigga.
up.
Yeah, on God. Listen, Dalton Levi Etherly, 28 stands, 5'7" and weighs 160. We know this man, Adrian Broner, to be 148, I think he used to be his fighting weight. Run that shit.
This whole entire time,
You thought he was 6'1"? You thought he was an intimidating figure?
This
Bro,
dude
listen.
is 5'7".
Listen, Cam, bro. Out of the entire world, if you're 6 feet and above, you're in the 10th percentile of men.
Yeah, but bruh, come on now, bruh.
It's not. I'm just saying. Me and you are tall, but
Fam.
it's very rare
Fam,
that niggas is 6 feet and up.
He's not even 5'9", bruh.
Gang. He's a white man who thought he was going to be able to talk to anybody in the comfort of Nashville, Tennessee.
That is kind of crazy to me. 5'7"? What?
5'7", 160, homie.
There's no. He 160.
This bro. I can't make this up. He was arrested. You know they got to take her height and weight, homie.
So you saw it on his mugshot?
Yes.
What?
5'7", 160.
There ain't no way.
It's right here in the Montgomery County platform. 5'7", 160 on standard public booking records under his alias and legal names. He's a toddler. He'll get his nose wiped by Adrian Broner.
Wait, hold on a minute. Nah, because let's just say hypothetically, right? Because I don't know how old he is. How old is he?
28.
Okay, so boom. He probably had his, let's just say if he had his license since he was 16.
Uh-huh.
They don't change your height and weight on there. What if that was his height and weight when he was like 16?
Nah, homie. You remember, bro, if you're booked, they have to take your height and weight, don't they? They don't?
Not that I remember.
Bro, 5'7", though? Last time I was 5'7", I was 13.
I don't remember. Yeah, probably.
I was 13 at 5'7".
Y'all really let this 5'7" dude walk?
Bro, listen. Black people are fine with crashing out on other black people. When you bring in the police or a white person, it's completely different.
Yeah, because the rules has changed for them specifically. We know that. That's the thing, too. Like, white people make it seem as though we be scared to do certain things, and I get it.
We just know it's a guaranteed jail sentence.
Right, exactly. We know that the deck is stacked way higher against us.
Right.
But
so imagine me walking up to ChudtheBuilder at 6'2", whatever weight that I'm at.
Yeah.
And doing something to him.
Yeah.
he can get off on self-defense because he's 5'7", 160.
Yeah.
I look menacing.
Yeah, it would look like you walked into a daycare and just started beating up every kid.
Exactly, bro.
Wow.
Nah, I'm not winning that.
Bruh, that's kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie. That kind of changes a lot of things in my brain. I thought Buddy was walking around at least 5'10", 5'11". Man, he looks kind of, he got some muscle on him.
Yeah, he don't look like he's scrawny in any way.
Right.
I thought he was 6 foot 200.
That sounds a little bit more up to speed too, to be real.
Yeah, I thought
I gave the minimum of like 5'10".
Yeah.
That's crazy.
5'7", 160 according to public booking records, man.
Man, God bless, man. Go ahead and run that. Adrian Broner, now that we know that that's his height.
Yeah, Adrian Broner can take that.
Yeah, go ahead and throw them in the ring.
Yeah.
If that's really what it is, throw it in the ring.
For sure, bro.
Let's close this bit out with one more. You know what I mean? Which one you want to do? You want to talk about this Memphis prison warden? Do you want to talk about Tom Brady? Or do you want to talk about Jaylen Brown?
Run that Jaylen Brown since he's a streamer.
Jaylen Brown?
He'll react to this.
All right, so Jaylen Brown versus Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah.
They going back and forth. How long is it going to take before this gets to trolling levels? Because Jaylen Brown called out Stephen A. Smith about reporting on him going on his Twitch after the game, after they got eliminated from that 3-1 comeback with the 76ers. I was going to say the Phillies, but Philadelphia 76ers.
Yeah.
And he got on there and he was pretty much just airing out the refs and everything. He even got fined for the junk.
50K, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so Stephen A. went on First Take, was just like, bro, man, like, hush.
Right.
And then they start going back and forth. What you think about it? And how long will it take before it gets to trolling levels, for real? Because it got to get to that point.
Man, these are two extremely rich black people. It wouldn't. They control all they want to. Nobody's really gonna do anything. Number one. Number two, Jaylen Brown, you was dead ass wrong. Going 24 hours and hopping on the stream after you blew a 3-1 series lead, where you had Jason Tatum available for 6 of those games. You're dead ass wrong. In that Game 7, you were not playing well. You tried to guard Joel Embiid and got cooked. Just leave it at that. Go to the summer, retool. You guys are the Boston Celtics. You have a genius damn near in Brad Stevens, who always puts together a nice squad. And y'all were already building a nice little core with Jordan Walsh. I know Derek White had a bad series, but maybe y'all could get a piece for him. Just go into the sunset and just cool it, bro. Book you a flight to Monaco, go cool it. Why are you hopping on stream? That's number one. Number two, Stephen A. Smith, for all the quote-unquote criticisms that I've given of him, he was absolutely right to get on this platform and call you out. And bruh, I signed up for $300 million. I'm doing what I'm doing if I'm Jaylen Brown. Why are you doing this? And then it gets to this back and forth because now Jaylen Brown has a platform in Twitch, and he literally said F Stephen A. Like, there's certain things that you kind of can't come back from, bro, which I'm sure they'll figure it out somehow. If not, it is what it is. But Jaylen Brown, I believe, is in the wrong in this, bro. Why? Like, how would you feel if Luka played against the Thunder, blew a 3-1 series lead, and hopped on Twitch as a Laker fan? I want you to answer that.
I would be pissed. I was already kind of like feeling a little bit away when I saw DeAndre Ayton get his chain. So
right, like, what the fuck are you doing? Are you locked in or not? Is my whole point in time. In the Game 7, were you thinking about starting up your Twitch stream? That's how I'm looking at it. If you're my teammate, you weren't really locked in. You're trying to pop your stream 24 hours after we just got our ass beat, and then you get fined. And all Stephen A. Smith is saying, you probably should have been quiet and saved yourself $50,000, which you probably can afford it, of course, because of the contract that you have. But it's just the look on it with your other teammates. So I don't think Stephen A. Smith is in the wrong. I don't think he gets to trolling levels. You know, Stephen A. likes to go on his little tangent and say, do you want me to really get into the locker room and start exposing things? Bro, just chill. Stephen A., you were right. You don't need to engage in all this hyperbole and damn near talking like a mob boss, Jaylen Brown. You're about to be in your 60s soon. Just be a legend, bro. Other than that, man, we out of here. Real spill. Another episode. I appreciate y'all for rocking with us. Here.